Okay, I'm going to go over how to factor when you have a GCF. So this is nothing that will be surprising to you, but it is something that we haven't done in terms of putting it all together. So I'm going to do two examples. I think it should explain how to do it, and then you're going to go and practice. So our first step is this. So say we're looking at this example. If I looked at this yesterday or Monday, I would have said, oh, I'm going to factor this. I'm going to circle my 8 and slide it over, and then, and then factor, and then divide, and then slide back. But you want to stop first and see, is there any GCF? Because if you have any common factor that can come out, you want to bring it out first for two reasons. Number one, it's a lot easier to factor when it's a more simple trinomial. And second, it's not considered all the way factored if there's still a common factor in one of the parentheses or in this whole expression. So I'm going to look at my terms and say, okay, between 8, 14, and 4, do I have a GCF? And the answer is yes. 2 goes into all of those. And look at my variables. Do I have any variables that come out? No. So, okay, let's take a GCF out. So take out a 2, and I'll be left with x squared. I'm sorry, whoops, already messed up. I'll be left with, take a 2 out of 8x squared, we've got 4x squared. Take a 2 out of 14, we have a minus 7x. Take a 2 out of 4, we have a minus 2. Okay, so that was step 1, take out the GCF. Step 2 is look and see what remains in the parentheses. Can that be factored? So this is just like we did last week, except that now the thing that's left in parentheses might require our slide, divide, slide rules, which this does because the number in front of x squared is not just 1. So fine. So this 2 will not go away. It's going to stay there, but I'm going to slide, divide, slide this whole thing. So the 4 comes over. So again, this is nothing new. This is the same stuff we've been doing. I'm going to have x squared minus 7x minus 8. Notice my 2 stays there the whole time. This is going to factor to x minus 8, x plus 1. I'm going to go ahead and divide, put the 4 here and the 4 here. My next step, I'm going to reduce this. I'm going to have x minus 2 and then x plus 1/4. Because this is still a fraction, I'm going to slide the 4 back. So my final answer is going to be 2 times x minus 2 times 4x plus 1. That's my final answer. Oops, I didn't mean that. I wanted to have a box. Like that. The only difference in this whole problem was that you had a GCF come out first. So this 2 has to come out first, the GCF of all 3 terms. Once it comes out, I take what's left and factor it using my slide, divide, factor, slide rules and get down to here as my final answer. Okay, this next one's just going to have another GCF. So take a look at all of the terms. I have 6 and a 21 and a 9. So my GCF is going to be 3. And then x to the third, x squared, and x. So the GCF there is x. So this time I have more than just the one term like I did before. I've got I don't have just a coefficient, I have a coefficient and a variable. So my next step will be take the 3x out and write down what remains. So 2x squared minus 7x plus 3. Okay, see what remains after taking the GCF out. Can that be factored? Probably. Let's try. Slide, divide. So bring the 2 over. So we're going to have, remember this 3x can't get lost. I got to keep it there. Let's factor what's there. Divide by the a. Again, see when I divide by a, I'm not dividing by 6. I'm dividing by a here. This is what I'm factoring. So the 3x is out front. I have x minus 3, x minus 1/2. I have a denominator. I'm going to slide it back. My final answer is 3x times x minus 3 times 2x minus 1. Final answer. Okay, so take that and go into classwork, and you're going to find, whoops, You'll open this up, and this is a worksheet. It's matching because I wanted you to just be confident that your answer was there. Do not multiply these out to get this. Factor to make sure you know what to do. The quiz that we have on this is going to be different, and it's going to be a little bit more personal, and you are going to have to show all of your steps. So make sure you completely understand what to do and you're not photomathing or anything else. So you're going to factor all the problems from 1 through 6, and hopefully you find their matching answers in A through F. And then 7 and 8 are a challenge. Can you factor these two? The numbers are a little bit bigger, but the factoring still works the same. All right, that's it. Have a great day.